How are the Mets doing?
Make sure you're muted. Mute, Scott. Mute, Lori. Mute yourself. Oh. Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. You just got to see me telling people to mute themselves. That's total improvisation. And that's what we're going to do today. My name is Ken Scove. I'm the owner and founder of the LA Connection. My sidekick over here is John Darden. John, how you feeling today?
I'm great, Kent. I've never. This is the first time we've officially used the word sidekick, so I'm trying to emotionally take it all in.
You're kind of Robin to my Batman, but today you're going to be actually Batman because you're going to run this show today, and I'm going to be watching you running. I'm here just to facilitate all the suggestions for your show, and before we start the show, I think we should introduce the cast, and I'd like you to tell everybody what the heck are we doing here today. So how about Kat, who won't take her hat off because she says she's having a bad hair day?
Hello, everybody.
And Serena, who has lovely hair.
Hey, and thank you.
And Lori has more props in her house than men.
Yes. Isn't this hat nice? Little Joker hat.
Speaking of jokers, and that hat would look really good on him, is Scott.
Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day too.
Well, it's a bad mustache day. Hey, John, what are we playing today?
Well, Kent, we got a bunch of really cool games. So we're going to see a parody of Shakespeare. We're going to see an awesome series of poets give us some of their best poetry. We may even see a return counter in a top secret superstore and find out what's being returned these days. A lot of cool things. But to start off, we're doing scenes from a hat.
Well, John, I've got the first suggestion for you. Then I'll let you do the rest of the suggestions after that. The first scene, or if you want to do a couple scenes, based on the afterlife. And now I'm going to go hang out in purgatory, and I'll come back when you need me.
Okay, wow. You know what? Let's do just one first quick scene inspired by just Afterlife, and then maybe I'll give you some more specifics off that. Anybody who wants to jump in for Afterlife, just unmute and start.
How did I end up here? What the heck is going on? What is this place? Do you know where we are?
Yeah, we're, back in the ground, duh.
In the ground? Oh
yes,
my gosh.
Your casket's right next to mine.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Oh, so is that why I feel a little tingly? Is that the bugs eating me right now?
Well, it's pretty much like this. 10 to 15 days later, you're decomposing.
Okay. Well, it's the weirdest thing. I just remember these bus lights coming at me, and now I'm here. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. I thought the same thing, too. My boyfriend pushed me off the ledge, but, whatever. Every now and then, one of you guys come, and you guys had, like, a nice, cool life, and I have to explain to you, this is how you end up.
Let's see her boyfriend celebrating after pushing her off a ledge. Let's see a scene of what her boyfriend is doing now.
Yeah, this is the greatest life I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh.
Scott, come out as the boyfriend.
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey, what's up, dude?
what's happening?
Hey, man. Hey, how was the funeral?
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Wasabi.
Nice eulogy.
Yeah, great eulogy. Thank goodness I didn't have to give it.
Yeah. Her mother did that. It was pretty serious.
Yeah, well, Mom majored in public speaking, so she knows the score.
So, you're out on bail?
That's right. But I have to see my parole officer every month, and he has to check that I'm looking for a job and that, to make sure I'm keeping clean and all that great stuff.
I should set you up with my sister.
Oh, yeah? She
Scene.
an ex-con too?
Yes, scene. Okay, let's see a scene now from anybody on the back line of what's going on in hell. What's going on in hell right now in the afterlife?
Well, in hell, there was a bus, and Jesus was the bus driver, and I sat on the bus, and Jesus drove me up to earth. I couldn't believe it. I'm not in hell anymore. Jesus drove the bus up from hell. I'm glad I got on the bus. What are your experiences?
Wow. This is hell for me just listening to you talk. I feel like is there anyone else here? Because I can't keep listening to this.
You know, Jesus paid it all. But unfortunately, Lori, we are still down here. You're just in the wing that's not as hot as ours. So, look, the deal is this. We're trying to build an air conditioning over here because we've got some of these engineers that didn't make it down here. Are you in or not? Because it's hot in here.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Scene. Okay, great. Let's do another scene. How about let's see what's happening in heaven right now? Let's see a scene in heaven. Let's see a scene in heaven.
Welcome, Serena. I am Saint Peter, and I am guarding the gates of heaven.
Well, hello.
Before you can get in, you have to spell 3 flowers for me.
Okay.
And then you can march through the gates into heaven.
Sounds easy enough. Now, is that spell or smell?
Spell. Yes.
Spell. Okay.
Okay. The first flower is rose.
Rose. Okay. R-O-S-E. Yeah.
Okay. The second flower is daisy.
Daisy. All right. D-A-I-Z-Y. No, wait. D-A-I-Z-E. No. D-A-I-S-Y.
Ah, very good. You almost blew it there.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. You're doing well so far. The third flower, chrysanthemum.
Okay. Chris. K-R-I-T-H-A-M-U-M. Chrysanthemum.
Well, I hate to say this, Serena, but you're going to hell.
Scene. Okay, that is scenes from a hat. All right, Kent, we did it. We saw heaven. We saw hell. We saw people talking from their coffined grave.
Wow, we saw people decomposing.
Mm-hmm.
Why not get into a Shakespeare scene? And I think it's October, and they have a lot of Oktoberfests where they serve all sorts of fun pumpkin beers, John, and all sorts of pumpkin and Halloween style things. So let's do a Shakespeare scene based on Oktoberfest. And now I'm going to go get myself a stein of beer.
Okay, great. So let's get our Shakespeare players out. This is going to be Scott. This is going to be Serena. And of course, this is going to be Jeff instead of Lori.
Okay.
Okay, so Serena, Scott, and Jeff, you are all going to be in this Shakespeare scene. Jeff, if you can hear me, you can enter the scene if you would like. And did we get our suggestion from Kent? Do we remember what it was? Oktoberfest. That's right. Okay, so this is Shakespeare's lost Oktoberfest play. And this is Shakespeare.
Scott, thy ale is very delicious.
Well, I thank you, my dear. I have been making ale for many, many decades.
'Tis obvious. The pumpkins you use for the ale is divine. And you know, at some point in October, many moons from now, they will tell us how amazing their ale is, hopefully, and we'll look down at our future generations and say this is good.
Yes, and that is why October is the finest of the year. Not only Oktoberfest, but Halloween is my favorite.
As is thee, my brother. Such a wonderful time. Too bad that there is no other that may join us in your bounty of ale.
Yes, there's nothing like partaking in a barrel of ale and getting so wasted.
Precisely, my good brother. 'Tis amazing how this feels in here. And by night, I shall be completely drunk and not remember a thing until perhaps a few weeks later, if at all.
But I hope that thou does not wake up tomorrow with a dastardly hangover.
Oh, I shall not, fair sir, as I have a magic potion that shall help me in my cures for my headache.
Perhaps is the potion called Advil.
It is. How did you know?
I have been taking Advil for many moons.
Did you get it from the witch at the top of the mountain?
No, I got it from the local Dwayne Reed, which is a fine institution.
I see. Perhaps I should go there, as it might be cheaper than local purchasings.
If you want cheap, my dear, I suggesteth that you take a tour to CVS.
Ah, CVS. Sounds quite amazing. I will go check thee out.
'Tis a quaint place.
Yes. I might have heard from it before. I hear that they give you very long scrolls.
Long what, pray tell, did you say?
Scrolls, that it goes on forever and ever. These scrolls they give you, which tell you about various offerings they have.
Yes, in fact, the CVS sells the Dead Sea Scrolls, believe it or not.
Okay, and that's Shakespeare. I believe it. Good job. Well done. Okay, Kent, is that how you remember Shakespeare?
Oh, totally, John. Yes, that's everything they said was perfect. The memories came back flooding my brain about the Shakespeare I did. I even have Hamlet's skull. A true story. Del Close stole Hamlet's skull from one of the plays he did. I can't remember the name of the college he stole it from, but it's a true story, John.
Yeah, I know he wanted to have his skull played in the role or in Macbeth or Hamlet, and they couldn't do it because they were like, "No, you can't just chop off his head."
No.
Well, here we are.
We
just
could go
chatting
get it
up
now,
well.
but
yeah,
there you go. Well, you got to bring it up. Anybody in the improv world knows who we're talking about. Hey, why not do some acronym panels? You know, acronyms are letters that stand for something, John. I've got a couple good acronyms here. Who's your cast in this today?
So I've got Lori and Kat. So Lori and Kat can come on out here. And if Jeff is worked out his audio, Jeff, you can try and be a part of this game. Jeff, are you there?
I am here.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Great. Okay, great. So we need 3 professions, Kent.
3 professions. Okay, Lori, she's a nanny.
Cool.
Jeff is a weird cult leader who just left because he's so weird.
I'm here.
Okay, there he is. Yeah, and Kat is a veterinarian.
Okay, cool. So as Kit was saying, we're going to get some acronyms, a couple letters, and we're going to find out what these letters mean in these performers' individual professions, because it might mean something different than what it means normally. So what's an acronym that we can start off, Kent, with?
It's MLB, Major League Baseball, which there's a game going on right now between the Dodgers and Giants. And why not bring out Major League Baseball is what it really stands for. And I just want to remind your cast to stay muted until it's their turn to talk. Then we don't hear any feedback from their microphones.
Okay,
Thank you,
cool.
kids.
Great. MLB, Major League Baseball, but MLB might mean something totally different. So remind us what your profession is, and then tell us what MLB means to you. Who's ready to go? Raise your hand. Kat.
Hi there. Yes, so when we're dealing with dogs, cats, species with bones, MLB is missing leg bone. And we see that a lot when we see German Shepherds, Chihuahuas that have that hunchback and they're kind of, not walking correctly. So we want to fix the MLBs as soon as possible because with the missing leg bone, kind of a waste of an animal.
Got it. And you're a veterinarian, right?
Yes, all day today.
Yeah. The MLB, missing leg bone. Great. Now, but what does MLB mean, Lori, in your profession?
Yes, it's a safety sign in case men forget when they're around small babies. It says on the sign, it says, men leave babies alone. They play with whatever. Men are curious. No, men leave babies alone.
You know how men are. They're jostling around. They're allowed to play around, and they got to leave the babies alone. MLB. Men leave babies alone. Great. And we have one more MLB, Jeff.
Hi, I am a cult leader, and I like to say hi to my loving bitches. The men and women are all my loving bitches. Yes.
Okay. And what does MLB mean to you, cult leader of bitches?
It means my loving bitches.
Ah.
I tell them what to do and what to say. It could be a guy or a girl, but they're still my bitches. So follow my rules, or you shall die.
Wow. A lot of cult leaders try to put some window dressing, but you really come out and just say it. Hey, Kent, let's get another acronym for them. What's another acronym for these people?
NRA, National Rifle Association.
Yeah.
There's a lot of angst about that company right now, but I think we should hear what these guys, maybe we'll get a different perspective on what NRA means to them, John. I'm going to go load my gun. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, no. NRA, National Rifle Association. But what does it really mean in your profession? Who's ready? NRA. NRA. Okay, Kat.
A lot of people ask me this all the time. We just had a huge convention, and I kept telling all the other doctors, we've got to handle this NRA. It's the negative retinal assessment. Okay. It's when the eye starts flipping up, in their head. And a lot of people think that their animal is possessed. Okay. They're not possessed. They're just having an NRA. And that's usually caused when they've gotten kicked or something from kids or, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. I never knew that. That's so cool to learn. I feel like I'm learning so much during this show. Hey, what else does NRA mean? Lori, what does NRA mean in your life?
When you're scared, when you don't know what to do, there's a certain rule for little kids. Nannies reign always. I'm the top person as a nanny. You kids come to me and ask questions. No strangers. You don't ask them questions. You come running to me and I will be there for you and answer your questions. Nannies reign always.
Okay, wow. It's kind of like you're running your own little cult with these kids you're babysitting, just like
For their protection, yes.
their protection, just like our next person, NRA. What does NRA mean to you, cult leader?
Well, as you know, I have so many different ideas. I like to run their lives. But sometimes people just don't get it. So why should I call them people? I don't need people. I need radical apricots. Apricots can do what they want. They can decide to fall to the ground. They make decisions. People are just so scatterbrained. So instead of calling them my people, need radical apricots. Apricot, you over here. Come here. Come here. That's how I say it.
Okay, wow. We learned so much. And that is Acro. Give it up for Acro, everybody. Well done. Wow. I never thought we'd meet so many cult leaders at once.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You know, John, it's getting worse, though. We have some people here today for phobias, and I've arranged for each one to come in one by one. Now they're on Zoom because we didn't want them to come in because they have such fears. I couldn't even get them to leave their computer. But we did get them to come in. So the first one is Kat. Let's bring Kat in, John. And Kat has a problem with windows. And if you notice behind her, that window is completely shut. You can't see out. That's a window behind her, but she either boards up her windows, she won't look out windows, she doesn't like people looking in windows. So I'm going to let you have a little discussion with her. I'm going to go get the next patient in the waiting room, and I'll bring them in when you need me to, okay?
Okay, cool. Hey, Kat, I heard you have a thing with windows. What's up with the windows?
Did you see that?
What's that?
They're behind us.
Right, but, you know, so what?
Shh. Don't talk so loud. They're always at the window. I don't know why they put me right here. You can't talk loud.
Who is?
Don't look over there. Don't look behind me.
Do you think the windows are alive?
Can't say the word either.
The W's?
Okay, don't look there. You keep looking. Don't look.
Can we call them the W's? What? Did you have some sort of a moment in your childhood with a W?
No, they're always there, right by them.
Who are they?
Oh my God, quit acting like you don't see it. You're talking too loud. They're gonna hear you.
I need, for my viewers at home, to understand your phobia. We need you to tell us what you're seeing next to these W's.
Oh my God, is there any way you can move me out of this room? Because you're talking so loud and they're going to come for us.
Yeah, we can move you. We'll try and get you into a different room.
Okay. Because you keep looking at me and I know they see you looking.
Well, I'm definitely sorry. Now,
shh, you keep talking loud. Oh my God.
Okay. I'm gonna call the UCLA Medical Center, and I'm gonna have you held on a 5150 hold against your will. So if you could just wait next to the window, that'll be great. Next person, let's bring your next phobia.
The next person, John, is going to be Scott, and he has a phobia of public toilets.
Great.
So Scott, you can go enter the room now.
Hey, Scott, you doing good?
I'm doing okay.
You need to go to the bathroom?
Always.
Well, we have a toilet in that hallway. I know that's a public toilet, and that probably goes against your entire philosophy, but you can use it if you'd like.
I can't go in a public toilet.
Why is that?
Well, when you go to a public toilet, there are all sorts of diseases you can catch, like venereal.
I mean, most of the people catching venereal diseases in public toilets aren't just sitting on the toilet seats, if you know what I mean.
Well, there was a time where you could get venereal by sitting on a toilet seat. That was the 70s.
Okay. So your phobia is rooted in a decade that existed approximately 50 years ago.
Correct. And I had venereal disease in the 70s because I slept around a lot.
Sure. And do you want to talk about that?
I had a lot of girls. There's nothing really else to talk about. I was actually handsome in those days and I had hair.
I see. Do you think that maybe this has to do something with Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter was a very underrated president, actually. He got dissed by everybody, but look what he did. He got the SALT Treaty between Egypt and Israel that still stands today. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Well, I appreciate it. You know, why don't you have you considered trying to get past this phobia growing up?
You know, I've tried bringing those handy wipes, into the public toilets with me so I can wipe the toilet seat with them.
Right.
But the problem is I always forget the handy wipes from home, and then I have to pee
Sure.
and then I go to the public toilet and I said, oh, drat, I don't have my handy wipes. I'm not going to take the chance of getting venereal disease.
Got it. Well, thanks for coming on the show. Good luck with the diapers. We know you're using that now, and we're all happy for you.
Yes, the diapers are because I never really grew up.
And I diagnosed you bullseye. Okay, who's next?
Very good job. Wonderful, John. You know, they have handy wipe diapers now. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh,
so that you can actually wipe yourself as you're pooping. Let's bring out Lori now, who's got a phobia of keys. This is a strange one, John. Keys.
Okay. Wow. How do you get in your house?
Well, it all happened when this psychic lady wanted to hold my keys, and she said she could tell everything, future and past, when she held my keys like this. The metal, she, took a minute or two and could tell me what kind of house, what kind of car, if I had a pool, if I had 2 stories, everything about me. She could see it by just holding my keys. And it was some scary, scary future, she said, and it all came true.
Oh, no.
And I don't want anyone holding my keys anymore. And I lose my keys, and then I'm stuck in the rain, and it's horrible. Then I started holding people's keys for fun, for a game, to see if I could see their future. And they started holding my keys, and I started going crazy because thinking I'm psychic, because they kept saying, yeah, I do have a green car. And I didn't want to be psychic at all. And it turns out I really am psychic, and started to go mad. I don't want to be psychic. I don't want to. It's scary, scary stuff.
Do I have a green car?
No, you have a blue car. But I'm not holding your keys, so I may not be right.
You're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out right now. This sounds like a very righteous phobia, justified phobia given the circumstances. I think it's a phobia that, you should have a reasonable fear of keys if keys were associated with that weird prophecy. So best of luck to you, because you got to use those keys every day. So that's kind of just a necessary evil.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Hey,
okay, John. Next we have Jeff, and he has a fear of cactuses. So he's obviously had some bad experience with the cactus.
Hey, bud, what do you want to tell us what happened with the cactus?
Oh my God, dude. You ain't never going to believe this. I got stranded in the desert and I needed water so freaking bad. And I ran into this Indian and he said, "Here, eat this cactus." So I ate this cactus. And all of a sudden, this other cactus was standing in the distance, kind of like this. Son of a bitch started waving at me. I'm like, what the hell's that? And he said, "Are you thirsty? Come and drink from my fountain. I'm a cactus, I have water built in. Come on." So I'm like freaking out. So, but I'm dying in this desert. So I go to this cactus, and I forgot I ate something earlier today. So I took one of the thorns off of it. I started like grinding my teeth like a toothpick, and actually stabbed my lip. Then all of a sudden I started hallucinating. I'm like, what did that Indian give me? He said it was just a cactus. And next thing you know, this damn big giant cactus picks me up and starts holding me like a baby. And,
Wait, you're saying
my
a
baby
cactus
on
picked you
the
up?
sweet top. What's that?
You're saying a cactus picked you up?
Yeah. You know, the one that is his arm here and arm here. Well, this thing started moving around, right? And it's like, come here. So it's weird. So he goes, there, plug right here. So I'm like, what? So he handed me this faucet, and I stuck it in the cactus, and I turned it on and started drinking his water. I couldn't believe it. But then it turned rusty. And then he started rockabyeing me, and I started hallucinating. Everything started melting. The sand turned to glass. I was like, where the hell
Wait
am I
a
at?
second. That only happens during a nuclear explosion.
Oh, my God. You think I lived through one?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Sir, you were on drugs. You had a negative trip, and you were in close proximity to a cactus, and now you have a negative cacti phobia. You're easy to diagnose, sir. What you need to do is you need to go on drugs again and have a positive cactus experience, and that will rewire your brain.
Oh, thanks, doctor. I appreciate it.
No prob. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
The final person we're going to have you see is Serena, and she has fears of mailboxes.
Hey, Serena, we all got to use the mail, though, so how do you avoid mailboxes?
No, we don't. You know what we do? I just like to put a bucket out in the street, and hopefully, the mailman comes over and drops it off in the bucket. And that way I could just kind of drag it in. I have a rope attached to the end, and I just pull it in. And if people steal my mail, then I try again the next day.
Right. And it seems sort of trivial, but tampering with the mail is a federal offense. And so there is a federal series of cases working their way up to the courts against you. And you do have a lot of personal liability on the line.
Well, it's just something that I have to do because nobody understands why I'm afraid of mailboxes. I mean, yeah, just because my cousin would constantly torture me when I was little, they'd be like, "Oh, Serena, go get the mail." And then I would go get it. And then there'd be firecrackers in the mailbox blowing up in my face. And I can't do it anymore. But there could be something in there. I don't know. There could be that. There could be a cockroach. There could be anything in there.
Yeah, it sounds like they really got the best of you. They really got in your head. I think their bullying was very effective. You got to give them credit. They set out to scar you, and the scarring has taken hold.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. But I can't go to mailboxes. There has to be another way. I mean, and I can't go to the post office because it's full of mailboxes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You tried this email thing?
Email?
It's pretty well known.
Do you need to go to a mailbox?
Not in person.
Is it similar to Instagram?
Sure it is, kid. Sure it is. Just like the DMs, but longer.
All right. I'll check out this email and see if that works. Maybe.
Fantastic. Of course.
Okay.
And that's phobias. Thank you so much. Good job, everyone. Wow, everyone's afraid of everything, Kent.
You did a great job there, John. I think you have a future in dealing with people's phobias. But let's see if you can deal with this one. Have you ever met somebody who just draws conclusions? No matter what you say, they just see it completely differently? Does it sound like anybody you've ever dated, John?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I think we've all dated someone who we thought we were connecting with, but we really weren't. We didn't even understand each other. Well, you've got two people who are going to come out, and one of them's just like that, John. I'll let you take over from now. I'm going to go take an aspirin.
Good. Enjoy that aspirin. Let's say that let's get Lori and Kat out here, and after this game, we'll do and just heads up to Kent. We'll do a quick translators after conclusions. But for conclusions, for Lori and Kat, Kat is the one jumping to conclusions about everything Lori says, and they are old friends running into each other at Trader Joe's. Everything Lori says, Kat's going to jump to conclusion. This is conclusions.
Wow. I didn't know you shop here at Trader Joe's. It's really good to see you.
Yeah, I shop here at Trader Joe's. What you trying to say? Like, I don't have enough money to be at Trader Joe's? Like, you think you better than me just because I get my regular stuff at 99-cent store? Like, you think I have a problem with Trader Joe's and I can't afford it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, no, I was not trying to say anything. Many people I know shop here because they have really great deals.
Many people, deals. So you're basically, what you're trying to say is I'm a bargain shopper. Because I remember you said that at the party the other day, that I'm always looking for deals. Like, that's not even true. Like, you weren't even invited to the party.
Well, I meant that as a compliment, and I would never, ever say anything to insult you. You know, I look up to you and respect you so much.
Do you look up to me? So what are you trying to say? Like, you're trying to think I think that you're beneath me or something? Is that what you're trying to get at? Like, you're trying to think I'm better than everybody else? Because I'm the same as everybody else. I don't think I'm better, but you always assume that, like, I'm better just because you're saying that you need to look up to me. Like, that's messed up.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, the normal average people are kind of boring. I was trying to give you a compliment.
Wait, did you just say I'm average?
Apart,
did you say I'm boring? Because I'm not boring. I'm fun. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Last time we had a party, I was the life of the party. But you're trying to say, like, I'm average and, like, I'm boring. Like, that's like a cheap shot. Like, you always do cheap shots because you think that just because I don't, like, go to the beach and stuff with you guys that I'm not normal.
I don't mean that. Not at all. I mean, you're a step above the rest. You're like a superstar person.
Really? Okay. So just because I have, like, nice clothes, now you're trying to say I'm a superstar because I do drugs? Is that why it is? Because you think everybody who does drugs is a superstar, and because I do drugs, I'm a superstar, and superstars are druggies? That is so jacked up because guess what? I do my drugs because I know that I'm somebody, and I'm not no superstar. I'm just somebody, right?
Well, I didn't even know that about you. I'm sorry if I implied anything. I would like you to come with me to Griffith Park and have a picnic.
Oh, really? Now you trying to say picnic? Like, oh, really? Like, you know I don't.
Okay, wow. I can't believe you went all Karen on us there, Lori. Wow. Unbelievable conclusions. Lori, you did great. Kat, you did great. Lori right now is thinking, I'm serious. I'm joking, Lori. And Kent, I wanted to fit in this extra game, this translators with Scott and Serena. So maybe you could just tell us, what is Serena speaking about in gibberish? What subject?
Well, you know, John, do you hear that I think it was like 4.3 million people left their jobs this month? A lot of them were in hospitals. Some were in travel, some were, of course, in the restaurant industry. And they went back to their jobs, and I guess they just didn't like them. They weren't fulfilled. So I want them to talk about how to find that dream job or job that will inspire you to make you feel like you want to go to work. We need people to get back to work, John, and I can't wait to hear your translation of this.
Me too. All right, Scott, Serena, come on out. All right, Serena's going to speak gibberish. Scott's going to translate. This is about finding your dream job, getting out into the workforce. Take it away.
Hello, 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 hello.
I used to be a gynecologist.
Hello, hello.
I made pretty good money, but the job was not that glamorous. And when I left during the current crisis, I decided if I were ever to join the workforce again, it would be as a zookeeper. I love animals. I love elephants. I love jaguars. I love cheetahs. I love monkeys. Oh, yes. I just love all the animals and especially the grizzly bears. Yeah, grizzly bears aren't as scary as you think. I got a big hug from one once. Yes, I actually fell in love with the grizzly bear, and he would pat me on the back all the time. Yes, and the best thing was I never had to watch my back again because he was protecting me. Oh, yeah, he was the best. He was better than any husband I ever had, and I've been married 4 times. In fact, when we went to bed, he got right down to business, no messing around. Yes, and I intend to live happily ever after with the grizzly bear, and during the day I can consort with the other animals.
And scene. Okay, he got right down to business. It'll be echoing in my head over and over again for the rest of my life. Kent, back to you.
Well, Q word, I think, is the next one we're going to play, John. So who will be playing that game? Then I can assign them their Q words and let you explain how we play the game.
Great question. And the answer is everyone. So let's get all of our cast out here.
All 5 are going to play this game?
Kent, I like to push things until it gets uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, here's what we have. We have a new business partnership. So the other people can be employees or customers or however they want to be. It's a new business, and they're the owners of a bakery. Baked goods are always good. So let's give Kat, her Q word is donut. It's donut.
And let's see if we can't put them as our names just to help us all remember. So Kat, put your name donut.
Yes, that will help you. Thank you, John. Serena is coffee. Lori is pastry. Jeff is going to be cinnamon.
Okay.
And Scott is going to be cream. Everybody needs cream for their coffee.
Okay, we get it, Kent.
Well, maybe you don't use it, John. Maybe you like to have it without cream. But you know what? I'm going to go get some coffee right now. I'm going to let you explain how to play this game because I want to see it done with 5 people, John. I'm going to have a therapist and a medic standing by to see if they can pull this one off. Okay. I'm getting my coffee now.
Okay, awesome. So each person has a cue word. That word is on their screen. When their cue word is spoken, that person has to exit the scene and they have to make an excuse why they're leaving. Anytime that cue word is said again, they have to re-enter the scene and tell us where they went. Leaving, in our case, is going to be turning your video off and exiting frame. Everyone's going to start on stage. We're going to be at this bakery. Just remember, whenever we say someone's keyword, we all got to be quiet to let them say goodbye. All right, this is keyword at a bakery. I'm excited. Take it away.
So, how can I help you, ma'am?
Hey, so I was looking for some pastries that I can have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they're on sale today, 2 for $5.
2 for $5.
I wanted to order, but I gotta go to the bathroom. Bye.
All right, 2 for $5. That sounds good. And do those pastries come with cinnamon?
Oh my gosh. I gotta go too now.
No, they don't, but they can come with a cup of coffee.
Oh, you know what? I have to go. I'm so sorry.
But
Excuse me, miss, I've been waiting a long time.
great. So, I mean, the
Can I
lady.
I want a box of donut.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me go get them.
Yeah, that would be nice to have a pastry with those donuts too, I'm thinking.
Oh, I forgot my kids in the car. Oh, gotta go.
All right, so I'm back. So there's 2 of me. And did you want coffee with me, or did you want just what? What do you want?
Sorry, I'm back. I think about what I wanted.
Oh, hold on, sir. I was taking her order first. All right, so did you want creamier coffee or no?
I have to go. I'm late for a dentist appointment. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I think I decided, and I will take the pastries with cinnamon.
Okay. And do you want?
Doggy, I finally made it back, man. That bathroom was pretty bad you have in there.
Great. So we have cinnamon.
Oh, gotta go again. Look out.
What else would you like with your dessert?
You know what? I already have a drink, and I really like some cream with it. That'd be great. And I think I'd also want cinnamon, a little dash of cinnamon in there as well. So.
You know, I called to confirm my dentist appointment and they had to cancel because they had an emergency. So I'm back.
Well, finally, I'm ready to order, and I'll take some donuts.
Oh, God. Hold on. Let me go get them.
Toilet paper. I'm back.
I would lay off the pastry if I were you, miss. They're not very good here.
Okay, I will. I guess I'll go then.
Good idea.
Wonder what's taking those donuts so long.
Man, oh man, those things are frozen. They put a whole bunch of cinnamon on top, and apparently
I gotta go again. My goodness sakes.
Apparently they don't taste right, so we're gonna add some new cinnamon.
Yeah. You know, miss, I don't think you don't look like you got enough sleep last night. Perhaps you should get some coffee for yourself.
Oh, I think I left my keys in the car. I'll be right back.
There is one thing that I like really well. It's to sprinkle myself all over pastries.
Oh, great.
Oh, I forgot. I left my kid in here.
Scene. Okay, great. I like to sprinkle myself over pastry. What does that mean, Kent?
I'm not really sure, but that actually flowed pretty well. You guys did that with 5 people. That was a pretty good cue word. And that's not easy. I think we've learned something, John. I think we have to have the words relate to the location. So I was trying to give you all words that just naturally relate. That way they naturally come in instead of putting in some weird word that doesn't fit there. So we've all learned something today, John. Now, you know, we can, you might only have time for one more game, John. It's up to you. It's a Poet's Idol. Let's do Poet's Idol. Okay, the first theme is going to be Halloween. It is that time of year. I'd like to hear some poetry on Halloween. I'm going to be sitting back in the back of the coffee shop, having a tea, watching the poets.
Excellent. So these are improvised poems based off of a single one-word suggestion, which is Halloween. Halloween poems. Go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
This is called October Crisp. October is undoubtedly my favorite month. The air is crisp. The fall is gone, but it is still at a perfect temperature. Sometimes they call it Indian summer because you still have a hint of summer, but it isn't quite winter. And of course, what I love best about October is that I am a Halloween baby. And when I tell that to people, they say, that figures. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who's next? Come on out for Halloween. A Halloween poem.
Boo! Said the kids on the corner as they walked down to the cellar. Boo! Said the parents as they gave out candy, as they walked to find Randy, who was the murderer of Halloween. Boo! They said as he wiggled back to his car. And then we found out he didn't go very far. Halloween, that's the theme today, forevermore. Boo!
Scary stuff. Halloween. Who's next? Halloween.
All right, this is a haiku. A chill in the night, trick-or-treating until dawn on All Hallows Eve.
Wow. Wow. Truly, truly spooky.
Hi. Is it my turn? Are you all ready?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Are you scared? Did I jump the gun? Oh, well, I like to tell you, Halloween is my favorite day. I like to ride on a wagon full of hay. I hear all the ghosts say, and the pumpkins pray. Don't smash me, eh?
Oh, indeed. Okay. Do we have one more left? Is that it? Is there one more?
We have
Yes.
Lori, I believe.
Yes. Halloween. Candy is dandy. Treats are neat. Take a seat. I don't want to be seen in a scene because fame only brings pain and money goes fast and it won't last. This is from me, a wise woman.
Thank you, wise woman. Well done, wise woman. Hey, Ken, I think we have time. Let's do one more. Let's get another suggestion for one more quick round.
Snow It's getting close to snow season. Why not hear something about that now, John?
Some poems inspired by the suggestion, snow.
I saw the weather woman, who was really hot, on the Weather Channel say, "It's going to snow." And I'm sitting to myself, oh, God, no. Why does it have to do that? That cloud is a total hoe. Don't you dare drop that stuff on this ground, because I won't have nowhere else to go.
Excellent. Snow. Who's next? Snow. Snow.
Snow in the night glows ever so bright from the light of the full moon. But don't get your tongue caught on a spoon, because otherwise you might end up with a doom.
Ooh, snow.
This is called City Slickers. I remember as a youth throwing snowballs. We had snowball fights in the streets. We threw snowballs at cars. The drivers sometimes took offense. Sometimes the driver would get out and chase us. But because we were kids, we could always outrun the drivers. Nowadays, if you threw a snowball at a car, the driver would be liable to come out with an AK-47.
Giving us a lot to think about with snow there. Giving us a lot to think about.
Yeah.
And we got a couple people left. Snow.
This is a riddle by a wise woman. Did you ever sniff white snow powder? Or just ski in it? Which is safer?
Okay, snow, snow, snow. All right. Is there a final snow poem?
Cat.
Cat's got it.
It's white. It's bright. It's not so bright, but it's white. It's right. It's cold at night. The snow. It's real. It's the deal. You can't get through it with an automobile. Snow. Now you know.
Bravo. I do know. That's snow, and that's our show. Everybody, come out.
Damn.
Well done, well done. That's Poetry
Well,
Slam, Poets Idol, and that's our show.
Yeah, well, let's introduce our cast and let everybody know that these guys will be back in 4 weeks, Thursday, 6 p.m. If you want to follow them, you can go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy. The nice thing about it now, John, we've got playlists, so they can just click playlist and go to Thursday, 6 p.m. and see all their own personal shows and tell their friends to do that. Thank my wife for separating out and making playlists for each team. So now you can just find your own shows without going through 200 videos anymore. And folks at home, if you want to follow this team or you're friends of anybody on the team, that's how you can find him. LAC Comedy on YouTube, 6 p.m. Thursday. You'll find all their shows. Hey, John, fine work today, John. Another great job of hosting.
Thank you.
And give it up for Kat.
Woo!
For Jeff.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Lori.
Yay.
Serena.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're welcome, Coffee.
And Scott.
Do you know why the chicken crossed the road? To get away from the slaughterhouse.
And that is our show. And I'm Ken Scove. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in 4 weeks from now. Do not cross the road if you're a chicken.
Bye.
Nope. If you're a